when you're going to start communicating, there are two things that you need to know how to communicate very, very, very well. One is, who is your client? How many of you are looking for clients? Okay, so those of you that are looking for clients, you need to be able to communicate very clearly who is your client. And the other thing you need to know how to communicate very well is who are you, or what is it that you do. If you're communicating badly any of those, you will never get good results out of networking. And you need to be able to communicate that in one sentence or less, if possible. Okay, because people, it's not that people won't listen to you, they won't remember. So if you can find one sentence that you will communicate clearly, who is it that you're looking for, and what is it that you do, so people can communicate that further, then that's very valuable. So I want to give you those two. First of all, let's start with who do I want you to introduce me to? Okay? And that's, by the way, doesn't have to be clients, but I'm going to use clients as a good example. Because you're meeting just now a person, and you want to be able to ask them, do you know somebody that, you know, at the end can become my client? Does that make sense? Okay? I want, if I will go to, let's say that I would look for more students, then I would want to go in a networking event, and at one point in the conversation saying, listen, do you know anybody who is a, you know, a ZZ payer that is struggling right now in his business that could get help in getting more money in his business or getting more free time? Something like that. This is even a long sentence. I would even keep it to the first part. But in the first part, if I just say, do you know any ZZ payer that right now is struggling and wants to grow their business, just this sentence, people can go in their mental, Rolodex, if you remember that, or in the mental business cards, and look for a person like that. If I'm talking to you and I'm asking at one point, you know, could you introduce you that somebody that can use my services, like many of you do, then I have lots of people in my mental network, and I can't come up with one. But if it's very clear to me who you're looking for, it's easier for me to tell you yes or no, which is both good answer. Yes or no is a good answer, because then you don't waste your time. Are we clear? Okay, so what I want you to do now is try, how many of you did with us mainly the Master Entrepreneur? Okay, a few of you. So you know more about target audience. So we're actually looking for the target audience, but without the whole details that we're working in the Master Entrepreneur, which is very important. Now you want to find out what is the most important element in there. So if you're working with pregnant women, then that's what you're looking for. You don't have to tell them, you know, I'm working with pregnant women, you know, that are, you know, that have this education and that profession and that many kids before and everything. But pregnant women, unless it's very important, well, do you know any pregnant women in the area of Den Haag? Because this is where you're working with, and then say it in the area of Den Haag is important for you, right? Because you know, you don't want to work with pregnant women in Groningen. Nothing wrong with them, but just too far for you. Am I clear? You need to be able to put in a sentence your target audience in a way that people can remember. So in one sentence, try not to go into all the details, but the most important stuff. And if you're working with pregnant women, then don't tell, do you know any women? I know lots of women. But if you're working with pregnant women, then I better know about that, because then I have less women in my mind that I need to think about. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to give you 1 minute to write down who you're looking for. And what you need to realize is that you will ask the people, can you introduce me, or do you know anyone who, and then punchy, punchy, punchy. Then comes the 3 point, dot, 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 and you need to have that sentence complete. Do you know anyone who? 1 minute for that. So you want to focus on those that are ideal for you. So if you prefer, or you're better suited to help women, then focus on women, or the other way around. If you're better working with people that are, you know, elderly, then focus on them, even if you can help also teenagers. Some of you, most of you, oh, I can help everyone, or I can help every woman, or I can help every small business. You might be able to help, but they are not interested in you. So who are the most ideal for you? So this is actually a part of a sentence, or a two-sentence, actually, a paragraph, that you can say when you want people to help you find usually new clients, although it doesn't have to. It's not focused on necessarily new clients. You can use that to, you know, finding your publisher or graphic designer, or website or web designer, whatever. But I used it a lot in the past for clients, and my students are using it a lot, so I recommend that for you. There is a sentence that when you say it with sincerity to somebody that you meet anywhere, because anything, anywhere is a networking opportunity. So if you say that sentence, the person is open, and if they can, they will help you. What you want to say is the following sentence. You can say it in Dutch or any other language, but the principle is this. I am working on growing my business. Yeah, you might want to write it down. I am working on growing my business, and I need your help. Some people stopped writing now. I'm not going to say that. If you want to get people to help you grow your business, then this is the first sentence you said. I'm growing my business, and I need your help. Okay, that's the first part. It's made out of two parts. The first one is I'm working on growing my business. Now, when you say I'm working on growing my business and I need your help, most people, when they hear the sentence, I need your help, are willing to help. How many of you, if somebody will come to you during an event or during a meeting and tells you, listen, I'm growing my business and I need your help, would you be willing at least to listen? And that's most people. Most people love to help. This is part of it's in our DNA. We have to. We couldn't survive as human beings if we wouldn't be willing to exchange favors. That's the reciprocity rules, etc. So we all most people love to help. But you need to say that, and most people are not daring to say that. Most people people come to me and says, well, I don't like the word help. Can I change it to support? Can I change it to I need your advice? No, you need their help, because that's what you need. We always need people's help in order to grow our business. I need your help in order to grow my business. My business is pretty big, pretty good. I still need your help. And it's okay to say that. It's pretty amazing how people are not willing to use those words. I use the word do me a favor a lot. So sometimes you'll get from me an email or a LinkedIn message saying, could you do me a favor? And I get those people come to me and says, you don't say that in Holland. You don't ask favors from strangers. But I get so much favors, so much help. So why not? You just need to step out of your comfort zone and try to do that. Say to people in the eyes, look them in the eyes, I'm growing my business and I need your help. And you'll find out that people are willing to help. It opens their mind, it opens their communication, it opens their body. You will see that, okay, if you do it this way. And then the next sentence is this. Do you know anyone who is whatever it is that you wrote there? When you combine those two sentences and say them with sincerity, and especially with all the rest of the stuff that we're going to talk about today, about giving first and about other stuff that we're going to teach you, how to build affinity and relationship with that person, when you say that thing to a person, they will automatically go in their mental files and see if they can help you or not. And many times if they can't, they will actually tell you, I can't help you. Which is great, because you know that you don't need to spend more energy and time in that. You can move to the next person. That's okay. Not everybody can help you. But if you say the sentence this way, you tell them why, you tell them what you need from them, the help, and you tell them, do you know somebody very specific? They will go and look for that. And then they will say yes or no. And if they say yes, then just continue from there. Does that make sense?